speak. You made your vote, you think it count? The check you cash and shit then bounce. Egg prices really high. Damn. You worried about it, look to the sky. Damn. Praying by your bed at night. Damn. The pressure's on, the shit is tight. Damn. Your life is wrong, you living right. Damn. You wanna leave it on tonight. Nobody can help you now. Don't try to call out now. You screaming, begging, asking please. Yeah, while praying down on your knees. It won't make a bit of difference. It won't make a bit of difference. Think you safe, think you fine. Yeah, lose your sanity, lose your mind. It won't make a bit of difference.
What's up?
It won't make a bit of difference. You think you safe, think you fine.
Much love and respect.
Lose your sanity, lose your mind. Struggling through the land. Yeah, there's wars going on in the land. Yeah, over in the motherland. Damn, where God used to walk, man. Damn, Jews is mad, Arabs too. Yeah, they killing children, what we do. Yeah, they shoot us up at the school. Damn, they all out there breaking rules. Yeah, they don't give a damn no more. Yeah, they not even trying to look at the score. No, killing everywhere. Yeah, goddamn, nobody cares. It won't make a bit of difference. Yeah, it won't make a bit of difference. Yeah, think you safe, think you fine. You think, lose your sanity, lose your mind. Yeah, it won't make a bit of difference. Yeah, it won't make a bit of difference.
Yeah.
You think you safe, think you fine. Lose your sanity, lose your mind.
What's happening, y'all? It's your boy OMD300. That is my song Difference on the Reality Check EP that's streaming everywhere. I hate to say that song is really a precursor to what's going on in the world today. We hate to admit that, but it is so true. I hope everybody's doing well. Today is October. Shut your ass up, Dex. Today is November the 4th, 2025. We are 1 month closer to the end of 2025. The year is going by lightning fast. Lightning fucking fast. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Let me go ahead on and acknowledge everybody that's in the room. We got my man Marcus Banks in the room. We have my man Negus Freeman, aka Negus Freeman, otherwise known as the one and only Chris Davis. And we also have Southern Girl in the house. Thank y'all for being here live. Whoever that fourth person is, I don't know who you are, but God damn it, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. This is Corner Store Podcast. We do not hold any episodes anymore. We just fucking go on and do what we do. If you like to go and count how many episodes I have, you're more than welcome. It's probably almost 100, I'm pretty sure. But we're not counting episodes anymore. We just go on and we do what we do. We holler and we talk about what we talk about. Thank y'all for being here. I surely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Corner Store Podcast. Give yourself a round of applause. Yeah, it's your boy OMD, man. We're going to start out today's show talking about sports. And for those who watch sports and watch football and shit like that, I want to talk about my team, the team I've been watching since I was a little kid, since I was born in Montgomery, Alabama. Came to Los Angeles when I was 5 years old. And we didn't have a pro team in the South, or at least in that state of Alabama. So the closest thing that we used to see quite often was either Alabama Crimson Tide football, or we would see the Cowboys play. I always admired that star, and I became a fan. But the Cowboys football franchise is a shell of its former self. Jerry Jones, you need to sell the team, bro. At this point, you have absolutely no effing, nah, fuck that. I say cuss all the time. Jerry Jones, you have no fucking clue what you doing as an owner of a franchise. That maybe at one time in the 90s and in the 80s, when in the heyday of the Dallas Cowboys, the shit that you would do back then made sense. You wasn't paying players as much, so you didn't have to give them as much. Players were hungry to play, whether it was for $100,000 a year, 70,000 motherfuckers would play back then because it's a game. It's something that they love to do. But now that salaries got to the point where players can be the highest paid this and the highest paid that, you old Fay, old wrinkle, back in the day, standing in front of a fucking school, cussing out black people trying to go to the same school you going to, ass motherfuckers. Your day is done. Jerry Jones was caught on a video with Jamie Foxx admiring one of his players so much that he talked about his fucking penis. These people do not look at these football players or these hockey players or baseball players as men. They look at them as fucking product or livestock, especially when it comes to the blacks. What in the fucking, what in the temerity do you have to speak on this man's height, weight, a chest size, a waist size, and then comment on his penis size? Are you in fucking insane? You know why that man had the fucking balls and the nuts to do that? Is because not only the times that we're living in today, he still think he living back in the day when they used to own slaves. And I see 3 people in the live, I only see 2 thumbs up. I need more thumbs up than that. I need you to hit that thumbs up. I need you to hit the like button. I also need you to hit the notification bell. And if you ain't became a member yet, I ain't trying to say nothing about your pockets. I'll never talk about it. I'll never pat nobody's pockets. Walk up, yo, what you got? What you got on you? Nah. But I will say, please, by all means, pay the $2 and become a member. We'd love to have you. You get stickers and chat things you could put up. I really appreciate it. Do that for the homie. You know what I'm saying? Become a member of Corner Store Television so you can see Corner Store Podcast. And later on today, Comic Book Corner, which I have an announcement to make on Comic Book Corner that I'm not going to make here on Corner Store Podcast. But I will say this. It is a crazy and amazing accomplishment by the Corner Store Media family. We're trying to do something new, especially something that I absolutely love. So look for that later on today. If I don't get a chance to do that content today, which I'm surely going to try because I'm going into the studio today to air it out, clean it out, and use it to do that content. That would be great if you come in and check in with me later on today. I'm saying it's noon time right now in Los Angeles, 5 minutes after 12 p.m. So it will be sometime later on this evening. Comic Book Corner. Come check that out. Come kick it with your boy and come get some more stuff from the store because we do a little bit of everything. But as far as the Dallas Cowboys, these new owners, they understand that you're not going to be able to size these players up and talk to them like you've been talking to them. Jerry Jones is 83 years old. So you know goddamn well that boy grew up in a time when he could, I bet you at one time they used to have to call, he could call a grown-ass black man boy. You know damn well that's true. This is culture shock for all of these millionaires and owners having to actually talk to these people like men. They don't want to do this shit. They don't want to. They'll act like they're their friend, but all they're trying to do is act like they're their friend. So they'll go out there, play, get concussed. You see what happened to Jaden Daniels. All of a sudden, he was a darling in Washington. Everybody's like, oh, Jalen Daniels, this rookie is great. He almost had him in the fucking Super Bowl. The fucking coach, they're getting killed 30-something to like 7. He's got him in the game, and the boy damn near tears his arm off out there playing football. He bent his arm back so bad that the MRIs that came out that he tore up all kind of shit in that elbow. So so now, instead of them feeling sorry for him, which they were all, we feel bad, they're comparing him to Robert Griffin, RG3, talking about he's injury prone. They don't give a fuck about you guys. They only give a fuck is when you're winning. Oh, and even the black quarterbacks, oh, it's on athleticism. It has nothing to do with their intelligence. You can win MVP, be on a cereal box, all that shit. And guess what? They don't give two fucks about you, bro. They never have, they never will. If you can't play football, they'll look at you like nothing. If you're a regular black person, you don't get the same advantage as these guys. These guys are supposed to be special and all that. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, the most average dude out there in the street can ball and play football and do some real crazy sports shit. The only thing is, you're not finna kiss nobody's ass like they want you to kiss their ass for this money. You work for the fucking money and they want you to kiss their ass. Not happening, Captain. Jerry Jones, it is a new day. Sell the fucking team. Sell the team, Jerry. Don't try to do what you did today by at the trade deadline, you go and get Logan Wilson, a linebacker out of the Cincinnati Bengals. It's too little too late, nigga. You should have paid Micah Parsons. But your little bitch ass feelings get hurt when this dude don't want to just sign with you. These motherfuckers, what the problem is, they still think that black people or we're living in the 1700s or the 1400s or whatever the fuck they think, that we just gonna kowtow and tap dance to these motherfuckers. Look, motherfucker, you finna pay me what you owe me. And that's it. None of this old back in the day, hey boy, line up, let me see what you look like. Take your clothes off. No, nigga. You fucking for real? Go look up the video I'm talking about where Jerry Jones is talking to Jamie Foxx, a comedian actor Jamie Foxx, because he's a Dallas Cowboy fan. He was at training camp, and he started talking about this player to Jamie Foxx, and he mentions his fuck out a 9-inch penis. Jamie Foxx looked at him like he lost it. He's like, what the fuck? This nigga really just comment on his dick? They're crazy, bro. And could be a low-key fag. No disrespect to any gay people calling you fag. You know, you got to watch what you say. You'll get canceled in 10 minutes. And I apologize for saying that to the gay community. But that's what they think of you. That's what they think of you. Let's keep it a buck. You know, that term, we so sensitive today. Back in the day, you could call people that word and people understood it was derogatory, all that. You know, you call a gay person a fag, they'll cancel you. You call somebody a nigga, they won't. Dave Chappelle made the same argument in one of his stand-ups. He was saying how he was on the Chappelle show. They used to have to go to the FCC to standards and practices. The lady that worked for the FCC would come and tell him, well, you can't say this word on TV. You can't say faggot. And he was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's cool. All right, we'll take it out of the show. Let me ask you this, though. I've said nigger on my show 1,000,000 times. How come nobody cares about that? And she says, well, Dave, you're not gay. And he said, bitch, I'm not a nigger either. And that's true. You know what I'm saying? They only be pissed off about things that they care about. Like the gay community make all this noise about anybody saying anything negative about them. Oh, he's anti-gay. He's anti-this. Same thing that the Jewish community does. Oh, if you say anything negative, you're anti-Semite. You're anti. Man, all of y'all, shut the fuck up, man. We're all God-fearing, loving people. Black people, we're not. Fuck y'all, man. Shut the fuck up. We don't roll with that. We don't roll with none of that. And for a motherfucker who got $1 billion fucking stadium, he don't care about that team winning. If he did, he would do everything in his power and money to put a fucking winning team on the field. So fuck the Dallas Cowboys. I said it. Whoever's a Cowboy fan that sees this, I don't give a fuck what you think. None of y'all motherfuckers is mad at Stephen A. Smith, how he be talking about the Cowboys and how we the worst fans. We always, every fucking team, or every fucking fan out there who wants their team to win says their team's going to win it next year. Every one of them. Always thinking, I don't care how bad that team is, people believe in their fucking team. But the Cowboy fans, the only one everybody talks shit about, calling the team call them cowgirls and all this other shit. That's why the team is losing, because everybody hates this team just because the fans are proud of them. You don't think Pittsburgh Steelers fans be talking that shit about they the best, this, that, and the third? Packer fans do the same shit. The problem is sports is bullshit all the way around anyway. Motherfuckers gambling on it, knowing the outcome before the game even over. All that shit, man. It's all smoke and mirrors. When motherfuckers like Trump about to invade Venezuela, we sitting up here watching football games. Make it make sense. That's a great segue, what I just did right there. That segue was dope. I'm a genius. Because I'm going right to that fucking point that I was just that I just mentioned right there. I'm going, oh shit, hold on. I'm going right to the point that I just mentioned. And we're going to start with this sound right here. Check this out, y'all. Corner Store Podcast is going to be good today. Check this shit out. Listen up.
President Trump posted on social media tonight that he's instructed the Department of War to start testing nuclear weapons immediately. This is his post, and he says that because of other countries' testing programs, I've instructed the Department of War to start testing our nuclear weapons on an equal basis. That process will begin immediately. Now, the U.S. has observed a voluntary moratorium on nuclear explosive testing since 1992, but it does have the capability to resume the testing at the Nevada National Security Site. That's about 65 miles outside of Las Vegas. That's where a lot of nuclear weapons were tested back in the mid-20th century.
So now this motherfucker's out here testing nuclear bombs in Nevada. Why do you think he's doing that? This nigga shutting Snap down, food stamps gone. They're going to be one of the worst Thanksgivings, which I don't cotton to, because on the last episode, you know how I feel about holidays and what they really are about. But most people going to have pretty terrible holidays this year. Halloween wasn't, if it wasn't for the Dodgers winning on Halloween night, Halloween would have been a bust. Yeah. Especially here. I don't know how it was where you live, but Halloween wasn't the same. It wasn't. Halloween sucked. I don't like it. It's a whack holiday to me. So same thing with the 4th of July. That holiday is full of shit. But hey, Trump's testing nuclear weapons. I guess he got something to celebrate, huh? The fuck out of here. Also, in other news,
Buckingham Palace has announced that Prince Andrew is being stripped of the title Prince. He will also be forced to move out of his royal housing. The palace says he's now known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He had already given up other titles earlier this month, including Duke of York. The former prince has faced intense backlash over his relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and was accused by Virginia Giuffre of sexually abusing her while she was only 17. Giuffre died by suicide earlier this year. The former Prince Andrew has repeatedly denied all of the allegations against him.
So now Prince Andrew is a regular motherfucker. You know what that means over there, right? If anybody want to whoop his ass, you can do it now. Ain't no more Secret Service or I don't know what kind of motherfuckers they have watching him. I think he's still, I don't think he's they said he's a commoner. They did mention that he's a commoner now. So you probably could go over there and beat shit out of him. They stripped him of all of his lands. He can't live in the royal palaces and I think he was staying in the Wales Palace, something. He can't do he can't kick it no more. He don't get none of that. Probably don't get no medical benefits, nothing. He's just a regular motherfucker now out there. That's what you get for touching on girls and hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein or whatever his name. That nigga got murdered in prison. You better be glad that didn't happen to you. Prince Andrew, and sat up there and denied, I don't know her. I've never seen her before. She's making up stories about me. I just don't believe that I could touch a young girl. Me, a man of my stature, a man of my caliber, touch a young girl. How appalling. That's reprehensible. But shut your ass up. Shut the fuck up. You know damn well your bitch ass was doing that shit. Shut up. They stripped you because they noticed the truth, weirdo. And in other news,
yesterday afternoon, the Wall Street Journal reported that the Pentagon, the so-called Department of War, had, let me get the language right, had ordered forces to focus on, quote, rapid mobilization of troops against Americans. This comes the same day the president said the courts wouldn't stop him from using the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, the National Guard against Americans across the country. And what the hell is going on? And I guess I could ask, where's the Supreme Court right now? But where is the Senate? Where is the House on this?
what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think what we're experiencing under President Trump is one of the biggest reorientations of the U.S. military towards, obviously, our near abroad and what's happening in the Caribbean, but the use of force inside the United States. I mean, it is significant what we are seeing. And yesterday's announcement is just another piece of that, standing up units that are going to focus on quelling unrest. Again, is something that, as someone who did 3 tours in Iraq and places abroad, served abroad, I've only seen this kind of thing in other countries. And we don't imagine that it would be happening here. But the president has really just a very fundamentally different view of how he should use people in uniform and federal law enforcement. And he's building units and reorienting away from things like China, by the way. I mean, the last segment, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that if we were healthy as a country, if Democrats and Republicans were disagreeing but doing it in a healthy, responsible way, we'd be focused on China and tech issues and how we're going to compete in the next 50 years. We'd be focused almost exclusively on that. But instead, the president has reoriented. He's rewriting all these strategies to focus on the homeland. Fine. That sounds fine on paper, but it's about using uniformed military inside the United States.
The country that we've known all these years, no matter how fucked up it's been to us as black people, and it's been fucked up. But even for whites now, this country, the capitalist ideas, freedom of speech, the freedoms that everybody supposedly has been enjoying, except for black people. This country and all of that is dead. It's a graveyard. There is no more freedom here in the United States. You might think that you free, but your ass ain't free. These motherfuckers is talking about using the military against its own people. America is dead. So it's at that point now that this man is truly a dictator. He got people fired from network TV stations. He got people canceled. And they supposedly hate cancel culture and all this other stuff, right? They supposedly hate all of this cancel culture stuff, the Republicans or the people on the right. And these motherfuckers canceling people. This is a dictatorship now. And this country that we've known is dead. Pretty soon, hell, they just had ICE just ran over some little 15-year-old kid on his bike and then tackled him. 3 big motherfuckers with gear on like they soldiers going after a child. They just shot an old lady in the face. Go look it up. Go look it up. This man is putting us on the brink of war. He's putting us in a recession that this country will not recover from for the next 25, 30 years. Donald Trump is intentionally, and I say intentionally, destroying the United States and all it's ever been known for. And this is one of the things that he's doing right now.
Russia has finally entered the battlefield to assist Venezuela against the United States. Russia's Ilyushin Il-76 giant cargo landed today in Venezuela's capital, Caracas, carrying 50 tons of supplies and 200 personnel. Let me tell you, this cargo plane is globally famous for delivering rockets, helicopter parts, warheads, military equipment, and it can supply S-400 systems. Apparently, all these supplies have now reached Venezuela. For the S-400, it's being reported that 2 to 3 more trips will be needed. I should also mention that this Il-76 completed a 2-day journey to reach Venezuela, passing through Germany, Algeria, Morocco, and Mauritania. This mission also serves as a moral support gesture. Moreover, they stated that Russia's military support and supplies will be fully available to Venezuela. While Ukraine is receiving support from Europe, NATO, and the United States in the Russia-Ukraine war, Russia will definitely support Venezuela. As I mentioned before, 80 to 90% of Venezuela's military equipment is Russian-made. Now, only the U.S. troops and F-35s are monitoring the Caribbean Sea in Latin America, and an attack could...
So we're actually about to get into a world war. Now, if any of you guys, especially the men on here who play video games, I played Black Ops and I played a lot of different games over the years. And I think Black Ops and Ghost Recon and a lot of these games have been out now on the platforms, PlayStation and Xbox, as the systems have grown and changed and the graphics got better. But those games titles have been around for a long, long time. And guess what? Some of those scenarios are actually playing out today from those games. They said that it would be we're going to end up fighting a country that's in South America that is not, that is more leaning toward Soviet or totalitarianism. Now, the Venezuelan government is a lot more democratic than the Russian government is, even though Russia's not a totalitarian nation anymore. It's still a red state, meaning the government does have, omnipotent power. And then guess what? The United States is leaning more toward the Russian type of government than a democratic type of government, which it was, born as. They want to get that oil from Venezuela. The rest of the world knows if America steals that oil, that they'll get money again. That oil is going to bail out the bullshit that Trump is doing. He gets that oil, that's billions upon, actually trillions. It's trillions of dollars of oil that they're trying to steal from the Venezuelan government. And they're willing to kill your sons. My son is in the Navy. They're willing to kill our kids in order to do this theft. Because that's all it is. It's a crime. It's a fucking theft. And do you think them people from Venezuela is going to take this lying down? Fuck no. They're going to fight for their country. Just like any fucking country would. Vietnam. You think we went to Vietnam back in the 70s and they kept us over there for over 20 years, killing motherfuckers. People got so tired of that war when the soldiers started coming back, they blamed the soldiers. It wasn't a fucking soldier's fault. The news media is sick. It's been sick since back then, and it's been working for the government back then, and it works for the government today, because all you got to do is pay a motherfucker to say some cool shit about you or change the narrative. The focus went off of the government after Vietnam. The government is the one who had them boys and them going over there to Vietnam, getting carved up and caught in booby traps and getting their legs blown off. And they shouldn't be coming back on crutches and people spitting at them, calling them baby killer. The news made them seem that way. It's the government's fault. They should have been spitting on congressmen and fucking people. They should have been spitting on them suit wearing motherfuckers who wouldn't pick up a fucking gun and go fight. The fuck is going on, man? Now he finna kill our kids in Venezuela. The Venezuelan people ain't never did shit talking about fentanyl and drug cartels. There ain't no drug cartels in no motherfucking Venezuela. The motherfucking drug cartels right there in fucking in Mexico. And you know why you ain't doing nothing about it? Because they'll kill your bitch ass. They'll give all the right through them fucking what do they call them, Secret Service motherfuckers. They'll carve their ass up. They'll catch your bitch ass slipping somewhere, dude. That's the reason why you're not going after the cartels. That's the reason why you choosing to try to destroy Venezuela and steal that oil. We're not stupid. Check this out right here.
Breaking news, the standoff in Latin America has just taken a dangerous turn. U.S. warships are now stationed off Venezuela's coast, part of Washington's campaign to crush Maduro's regime and the cartels that back him. But Venezuela is no longer standing alone. Reports confirm that Chinese amphibious tanks have been spotted unloading at Venezuelan ports, with satellite images showing armored columns moving inland. At the same time, Russian advisors are said to be on the ground assisting with air defense systems around Caracas. This means the confrontation is no longer just U.S. versus Venezuela. It's becoming a proxy showdown with China and Russia directly involved. Analysts warn this could evolve into the most serious hemispheric crisis since the Cuban Missile Crisis. The risks are enormous. Venezuela controls the world's largest oil reserves. Shipping lanes across the Caribbean could be disrupted, and any clash could drag NATO, Beijing, and Moscow into the same battlefield.
World War III is upon us, and it's not even about the United States. It's about a country that's below the equator in South America, that the American government, these pieces of shit that's running this country, are going to try to steal these people natural resources right from up under them. Basically telling them, they pretty much sized up Venezuela and said, yeah, we could take them. I guarantee you, they sat around, they had a meeting, and they asked, what country do you think we could take that has some resources that can help make us some money? Because we fucking the government up bad. We're going to have to fill these coffers in a minute. The people are going to be asking for our heads. I'm telling you, that's what they fucking did. And now they're about to drag us into war with the two big boys. The two big boys on this planet, nation-wise, that everybody's scared of, is China and the Russians. And China and the Russians back in Venezuela. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Koreans going to get in it too. The North Koreans. Watch. Watch what I say. This country might end up being a big-ass graveyard. If we don't watch out, this country's going to end up in a fucking graveyard. You're going to be sitting in the front yard and a bomb going to drop on your lawn while you cooking burgers, and going to be a nuclear bomb and blow all of us to fucking hell. These bastards are going to kill us, man, over some fucking money. Over some goddamn money. Listen to this.
King Charles has removed the remaining royal titles from a man named Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew, now a commoner. He's also been ordered to leave his royal residence. All of it the latest fallout from the Jeffrey Epstein sexual abuse scandal.
This is quite simply an extraordinary moment in the centuries-long history of the British monarchy. A statement from Buckingham Palace last night said that the King and Queen's thoughts and utmost sympathies remain with the victims and survivors of abuse.
Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip proudly introduced Prince Andrew.
He was born a royal prince, second in line to the British throne and raised in privilege. But he'll now be known simply as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, stripped of his titles and honours by his own brother, King Charles. Andrew will also be forced to leave his sprawling mansion, Royal Lodge, and move to alternative private accommodation. These censures are deemed necessary, read a stern statement from the palace, notwithstanding the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against him.
How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein?
The King was heckled in public this week about Andrew's scandalous friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. There's been pressure on the royal family to take action since British newspapers published a leaked email this month, apparently written from Andrew to Jeffrey Epstein in 2011, just after this photo emerged of Andrew with one of Epstein's teenage victims, Virginia Giuffre, who claimed she was forced to have sex with the prince. Andrew reportedly wrote to Epstein, "We are in this together and we'll play some more soon."
You don't remember meeting her?
No.
Yet in this infamous interview with the BBC, Andrew claimed he'd ended his relationship with the convicted sex offender well before that.
I never had any contact with him from that day forward.
For years, Virginia Giuffre struggled to hold those she accused legally accountable.
And I won't stop fighting. I will never be silenced.
She took her own life earlier this year, but in her memoir published this month, Giuffre describes Andrew as, quote, entitled, as if having sex with me was his birthright.
What the fuck? That woman killed herself. You don't kill yourself if that shit didn't really happen. If you're trying to garner some fucking attention and make some money. She killed herself because you raped her. She killed herself because she was underage and didn't know what the fuck was going on. Just like most young kids, if you end up on a private jet going to some man's house and you thinking, you know what I'm saying, you doing something, I'm being a grown-up, you about to go to some island and it's going to be 10, 15 old-ass men rubbing all on your titties and your coochie, and you're going to feel very fucking violated. We need to take better care. You know what? Even in these white families, when there's mother and father in the house, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. It's people out there waiting to fucking corrupt your child. It's people out there waiting to touch on your child, especially if your young daughter is starting to show early and develop early and look more like a woman than she do a kid. They are ready to fucking prey on her. They are ready to do nasty, weird approaches and all that shit to your child. You need to be in your kid's life. People, and these are people of authority. Prince Andrew, a motherfucking blue blood bitch ass nigga from Great Britain, is out here fucking touching on babies. And babies are teenage young girls. If your daughter's 16, she a baby to me. If your daughter 20, she's still a kid, as far as I'm concerned. She might be a kid of legal age, but these women wasn't of legal age. They were 17, 16 years old. These men have sex with them, making them give them massages and shit. These are the people who are running the world. These are the motherfuckers that we supposed to listen to about governmental shit. Fuck no. Got me fucked up. While all this is going on, this is going on.
Breaking news. 10,000 more troops have arrived off the coast of Venezuela, and the invasion looks imminent in Trinidad and Tobago. Off Venezuela, 10,000 more Marines have arrived, including a new naval fleet as well as some hidden aircraft, most likely bombers. Also, the airspace over Puerto Rico has been closed down as a national defense airspace.
What?
And this landing strip is a hot and ready fuel strip, which means aircraft can land and keep their engines running for quick missions. GPS disturbance off Venezuela is at an all-time high, with 2 aircraft carriers near the country and a third on the way from the Caribbean. B-1 bombers and B-2 bombers are in the skies on their way, and this is one of the biggest strike packages that America has ever assembled since World War II. Trump and Rubio remain adamant. Right now, there is no attack on Venezuela. We are not planning one, even though this is the biggest military buildup since the Iraq War. Venezuela has around 10 million reservists ready to fight, according to the latest update.
So, after hearing that, do you think he's not going to invade? Why in the fuck would you send a whole fleet? He sent not one, he sent 2 aircraft carriers off the coast of that country. There are 13 more screening ships, missile boats, frigates. I wouldn't be surprised if my son's freighter ain't in that fucking formation. People are about to die. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? You're going to be seeing news reports of a fucking, of the capital city of Venezuela being bombed in the next month. I guarantee you it's either, if it doesn't happen before Christmas, it's going to happen in the new year, probably January or February. And you know what will be a real slap in the face? What month is Black History Month? I think it's February. I wouldn't be shocked if that man didn't invade during Black History Month. For whatever reasons, make some stupid ass statement or some fucking vile statement. I have no clue, but they not fucking around. They are not fucking around. They're coming to get it. They are coming to get it. I done had 3 stories about this motherfucker. Hold on. What was the last one?
Breaking news.
Oh, that was the last one I just played. Well, anyway, from what I understand in the Pentagon, because of the fact of impending war, they've moved the level to DEFCON 3. Now, there's a couple of reasons they would do that. One, if you move it to DEFCON 3, if they do invade, that's going to put us on an alert level where all of the missile launching sites all over the United States, submarines, missile frigates, will be ready to retaliate on any country that fires on us. Okay? That's what that DEFCON is all about. They're getting prepared for any retaliation from a country that's friendly to Venezuela. As I stated and played in the sound that you just heard a little while ago, China and Russia are supplying Venezuela with weapons. And you know damn well Venezuela is going to pay that back with the oil that they have. The Russians and the Chinese are going to help Venezuela because they're allies, but also because they want money too. Nobody ain't going to do nothing for you in this world for free. It's a political thing. And plus, they're killing 2 birds or 3 birds with 1 stone. Russia and China don't fuck with America like that for real. On my last episode, I played the sound where the Chinese said, America, if you attack us, we're not going to stop attacking you until, let's just say, they stupid enough to fire a missile at Beijing and it lands. I'm going to tell you right now, so many missiles will be fired at this country that there's no escaping the nuclear fallout. There will be no escaping the nuclear fallout. Let me repeat that. There will be no escaping any nuclear fallout. If you don't die in the first rush of these missiles landing on this country, if you don't die in those first impacts and get vaporized instantly, you're going to wish you had. Because that nuclear winter that's going to cover this whole planet from the strikes that we land on them and the ones they land on us is going to kill or make sick. And then they die. Every fucking person on this planet, plants, animals, everything will be radioactive. This place won't be even worth living on. The planet, it won't even be worth living on. All because these motherfuckers want to steal some goddamn oil. And all you got to do is make better electric cars like China did. That's all you got to do. But it's not about that. It's about money. I don't know where this shit come from in the America. If all these so-called families from the Rockefellers to the Rothschilds, all these different people, if you guys are running the world, you are the craziest fucking people ever. If that's all you think money, I just don't get it. How much fucking money do you need, man? Run the country right. Treat people right. I'm going to tell you right now, if the United States acted like a civil place as far as the government is concerned and treated its people like they're supposed to and stop trying to be like Henry VIII or some bullshit, sending tax collectors to people's doors, pay your alms to the royal. You know, if they wouldn't stop trying to be like motherfucking people back in the 12th and 11th century and act like that's what the whole democratic progressives movement is. Treating people with some fucking sense. We are going to be living in nuclear fallout. People's skin is going to be melting off of them. You're going to be coughing up blood, all kind of shit. People going to be having babies with their penises on their forehead. Yeah, crazy, weirdo, psycho shit. If you remember that goddamn movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger was in, Total Recall, when he went to Mars and all those people that radioactive shit was fucking with the people because they didn't have good shields. Because if you're on Mars, you got to have a suit on and that visor. Because that radioactive, man, it'll fuck you up, man. Those people was living in the side of whatever the facilities where they didn't have good radioactive shielding. So that's why they started to mutate. Go if you remember Total Recall, you know what I'm talking about. One lady had 3 titties on Total Recall. That was supposed to be a joke, but it's true. Motherfuckers start getting extra limbs and all kind of shit. This planet won't even be worth living on. That's where we at right now. That's where we are right now at. That's where we are right now. And this is the reason why I made this fucking song. This album that I made was close to my heart because it was really about what's going on in the world and also what's going on with me and what I've had to deal with in my life. Here's that song right now by me.
It's just. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to these words real quick.
Speak. You made your vote, you think it count? The check you cash and shit then bounce. Egg prices really high. Damn. You worried about it, look to the sky. Damn. Praying by your bed at night. Damn. The pressure's on, the shit is tight. Damn. Your life is wrong, you living right. Damn. You wanna leave it all tonight. Nobody can help you now. Don't try to call out now. You screaming, begging, asking please. Yeah, while praying down on your knees. It won't make a bit of difference. It won't make a bit of difference. You think you safe, you think you fine. Yeah, lose your sanity, lose your mind. It won't make a bit of difference. It won't make a bit of difference. You think you safe, think you fine. Lose your sanity, lose your mind.
Now, if you don't think what I was saying is true, you tripping. What's up, Scene 13? What's going on with you, Dunn? Well, I'm glad you're in the building. Hey, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Some of you guys is late to the party, man. Hey, if anybody in the chat can kind of refresh what I've been talking about, you know what I'm saying? Put that in the live stream so people who came in here a little late know what we was talking about. So this is a really good episode, y'all. This is a really good episode. It's a lot of stuff going on right now, man. We're on the brink of not being here no more. We're on the brink of not being here no more. Tell them, Southern Girl. Tell them what I was telling you. Tell them what you heard. Tell them what you heard. I need people to say something in the comments. He said he got to go. All right, bro, get up out of here then. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Telling you, bro, it's a crazy shit going on in the world, and be safe out there. Road rage. People losing their minds out there. There's people losing their minds. Ain't nobody saying shit to me or doing nothing to me. That's facts. I ain't having no problems in that sense. But what I will say is this. We're in a real volatile time right now. We are in a real volatile time. It's probably it's some real crazy shit going on right now in the world. And we just gotta watch out, man. We gotta watch out for our families. We gotta love on each other. I know it's supposed to be election day. This Tuesday is some kind of election and the Prop 50 and all this other shit. Look, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about us. They never have. They never will. You're doing all this voting, and I'm sure some of the shit that you vote for will get passed and da. But you know, the shit that really matters is just like the people who's in office right now. That's the shit that really matters. But I put it to you like this. I'm gonna reminisce politics to some of the people that go to church. There's a lot of people that go to church that would judge you, knowing that that's not how you're supposed to be as a godly person. You're not supposed to judge nobody. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. You know what I'm saying? People can't throw rocks if you live in glass houses. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got a lot of, I don't care how good you've been, how close you are to God. No, anybody of real love and belief in the word would never judge nobody for what they do. They'll tell them what they're doing is wrong. I don't think you should be doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing something better, shit like that. But they ain't gonna be critical of them and dog them. That's how a lot of churchgoers are. They full of shit. I'm a Christian, but you ain't shit though. You sit up and being negative, calling people all kind of this, that, and the third. If somebody's gay, don't go call them a faggot and say you going to hell. Tell them you love them. Whatever you going through, I love you, bro. Whatever. This world is fucking nuts. Nobody believe. These people talk about God this, God that. They don't believe in no fucking God. They believe in money. They believe in saying what you want to hear in order to get you to think that's what you down. They down. All the motherfuckers like Trump, them niggas don't believe in no God. They telling you what you want to hear. They telling you. They using God as an excuse to be hateful and do shit, to fucked up shit to people. And the same thing could go with some of these people who are taking advantage of the fact, oh, I'm gay. Like this, I saw a video today of some man in the gym. Instead of going, you gay, go to the men's bathroom. Pee like a regular man. Don't try to go in there with the women. You're not a woman, bro. You shouldn't even feel like you should want to be in there with them. I don't care how much you feel like you're a woman. You're still a man. Especially if you ain't had the surgeries and all that. You still talking about, I identify as a woman. No, you identify as a piece of shit. That's what you identify. Even if a motherfucker felt like he was a woman, if you know you still got the fishing rod and the tackle, you need to take your ass in the men's restroom, pee right quick, and get your bitch ass out of there. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers want to use the excuse to be perverted. You know what I'm saying? That's the world we live in. This shit crazy, man. Watch your back at all times, just like Southern Girl said. Watch your back at all times, just like Southern Girl said. Because I'm telling you, ain't nobody going to be watching your back to try to show you the love you deserve. You got to show you that some of your family members don't even treat you. There's friends that treat you better than blood. So it's not about that. It's about just knowing who really give a fuck and who really down with you, who really your friend. God never going to leave your side. So you can always count on him or her. Could be God, could be her. We don't know. All I know is this. What we've been told about a lot of things is not exactly what they are. So you got to find out this shit for yourself. That's my suggestion to y'all. I love y'all. Corner Store Podcast. This is your boy OMD300, a.k.a. Doc Savage, the man of bronze. Real name, Mr. Dexter Davis. You got dang right. Maybe later on today, ain't no maybe about it. I'm going to do the shit. Comic Book Corner. I always say this shit wrong. Comic Book Corner going to be on today. If you guys want to hear about some new comic book films and some bullshit that's coming out, then also have an announcement to make about some media that Corner Store Television has. Man, just wait. Comic Book Corner is going to be on tonight. So I ain't had an episode in a while. I'm actually counting those episodes. So please come back and holler at your boy later. Look for me on the live later. It won't be too late for you East Coast motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We'll be on probably about 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? For y'all, or maybe even a little earlier than that, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And yo, man, it's all to the good. You know what I'm saying? Try to stay with your boy, this OMD300. And this is another edition of the Corner Store Podcast. Catch up with me on Thursday on the next episode.
Struggling through the land, yeah. There's wars going on in the sand, yeah. Over in the motherland, damn. Where God used to walk, man, damn. Jews is mad, Arabs too, yeah. They killing children.
Corner later on, let's go.
Yeah, they shoot us up at the school, damn. They all out there breaking rules, yeah.